So,
Yeah.
so then I said to my wife, actually, who's very connected here, and you know her, Kana.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we're dying here. Like, this Acapulco program has been so slow that, and then we had problems in Slovenia, Venezuela, Paraguay. And I was like, we're getting killed here. And she said, you know, I'm going to look into all my contacts. And she introduced me to this new guy.
Yeah.
And he was like even bigger than the other guy. And he goes, no problem. 8 days, no problem. You guys, I know who you are. You're good friends. We'll do whatever you want. 8 days. So I told Magdi and another client to fly out.
Yeah.
And the first day, everything went fine. The second day, he texted me on WhatsApp, and he said, so sorry, it's going to be 6 weeks. I didn't realize how much paperwork was involved. And it's like, it's just been killing me, man. So, like, I just want to tell you, I'm not like scamming you at all. Like, I've never scammed anyone. It's been so hard on me.
Yeah.
And I know we've got a lot of problems. I know this caused you problems. This caused me problems. I said to this guy, I said, you don't even know what you just did. Like,
yeah.
You've caused a lot of people a lot of problems. He was very apologetic, and he said he just wanted to make sure everything was done right. And when he finally looked into it, it looked like it's going to take at least 6 weeks.
Sure.
And so that's where we're at. And I really have been avoiding you. Ever since that morning when that guy told me that, yeah. I was almost suicidal, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've had so many problems with so many people, and I had to drink a lot, actually, just to meet Magdi and our other clients and tell them what happened.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me. I'm not saying you need to be, worried about me or anything. I'm just saying that's why I've been a little bit slow in the last few days. And then Chris, and this is totally truthful, Chris apparently has bronchitis and he's in the hospital. If I could go back, I wouldn't even get into this business. This has been a complete disaster so far.
Yeah.
The one thing I can tell you is I'm very confident. The Acapulco program will be fine. It might just be a few months delayed. The Acapulco program is it's actually my favorite one. And I hope it gets faster now. But it is so legitimate, like it's almost impossible to even see how it could not be illegitimate, because they come through the whole process, right? They go to the embassy, they get their temporary residency visa, they come here, they get their card, their fingerprints, everything. The only thing that goes different is we just speed it up.
Yeah.
And so that one is beautiful, and it's a beautiful program, and it's just been delayed by 3 months, and it's really, I don't know if you know the whole story, but our main guy was in the hospital from about August 15th to October 15th, so about 2 months.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any backup plan because we never expected him to be in the hospital this long. I don't even know what it was. It was some sort of, I don't even know what it was, really. Then he got back, and we're like, okay, we need like a backup plan. We can't just have one point of failure on this. He's like, no problem, no problem. So that's all good. So we got that figured out. And then Christmas hit, and it's like 1 month. Like, no one answers the phones. It's fucking crazy.
Mm.
But we did just talk to him just today and yesterday, and he's looking into the exact details of the times for when our clients are going to be coming through. And he says he has 4 ready, but he doesn't know the names yet. And we're like, well, give us the names so we can tell our clients.
Yeah.
And it's been a couple of days. It's typical Mexico. I think for me, with you, and I so apologize for everything that's happened so far, is I want to get one of your clients through one way or another.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of trust. So you don't think I'm just some idiot who's just drinking all the time and whatever.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even really know this guy. I was just hustling, just trying to get something done. And he promised me, he's like a big guy. Like, you can look, I won't tell you his name, but you can look him up. He's like a congressman in Mexico. He knows everybody.
Yeah.
And he, through connections, said, oh, no problem. You know this person. I will get this done for you in 8 days. So I showed up, and I was pretty nervous. And, of course, Magdi is very neurotic, so our energy was just... But he actually turned out to be right, because the next day, the guy said, no, I can't do it in 8 days. And on that day, I drank at least 5 drinks before I even met with anybody, because I just, like, I don't want any sympathy at all, nothing, but it's been very hard on me, all these problems, and the problems that I'm not causing. I actually stopped drinking after I saw you. I stopped for like 3 months. I'm not really even drunk right now, but I needed to have a drink before I talked to you.
Yeah.
Because I hate telling people bad news. And, but no, I'm definitely on, like, I'm working, man. Like, man. Holy shit, I've been working. I'm working on other things too, just so you know. I just want to let you know. Many, like 5 different businesses, just to make sure I make enough money to pay people back for what I owe them. Like, I have no intention of ripping anyone off. This is just a bad situation. You know, can I ask you something? Because you're in the same business as the last few years. I make people promises because the government people tell me they're going to do it, and then they don't do it, and then I'm on the hook for it. Like when I talk to clients now, in general, like I rarely talk to clients, but if I do, I say, you know, it's not easy. It's, I don't know if you know my story about Dominican Republic.
No.
I applied for citizenship there 8 years ago, and it was 3 years. It was supposed to be 3 years. And I went to the top lawyer company in Dominicana called Ariza Guzman, or Guzman Ariza. And so 3 years ends, and I go, hey, okay, good. So I paid you guys like $10,000 or $15,000. So can I get my citizenship? And they went, no, they changed it to 4 years now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. It's now 8 years. I'm still emailing them, and they're like, we think the president might sign your citizenship next month. Like, this business is so difficult. Like, I don't know if you like understand what I'm saying, but I'm saying if I'm going to stay in this business, which is a really, like, once I get everything fixed, I might want to just quit. But if I do stay in the business, I'm going to tell every client, you know, unless you do like the same kits or something like that, even then there's no guarantees. Yeah. There's no guarantees anywhere. Like the Chinese people went to Canada and they did the residency, and right at the end they just said no. Like, like at what level are we responsible for things that we're not responsible for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's like this guy is pretty much connected to the top SRE guy, and so I think what really happened with him was, you know, he was a little giddy, you know, I flew in just to meet him, and I said, hey, we got some serious clients, and he's like, cool, we can get it all done. And I think what happened was he went back and talked to everyone and said, there's no way they can do this in 8 days. Like, he said this actually like 10 times, and I said it probably 10 times as well. We do not want anything fake. Fake is, we all die if it's fake. Everything's for sale. Everything.
That doesn't make it. That doesn't make it legal.
Well, like every single person is for sale.
I
really don't
get
care
that.
about government here. It's kind of interesting. So I think if I had to guess how he's probably going to do it, he'd probably just go to some state, which is like 50 in Mexico, and say, we have this guy, he wants to be naturalized in this state. And they'd give him some money, and he'd just stamp. And then they'd go to the federal government, the SRE guys, and go, he's naturalized now, and he wants a passport, and they'd go, stamp. That's really how it is here. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's sort of just the way it is, really. I don't know if this is going to work, the 6-week one. I know the Acapulco one works. They just sort of backdated a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Like the Acapulco program, when it's done, they will come here. We'll go to all the government offices, like 3 of them.
Right.
Fingerprints and photos and sign, and they get a passport in about 3 days. That one's no problem. It was only the Magdy thing that really I could just sense, and I knew we're trying to tell you, we got ahead of ourselves. We overspent because we thought we by now would have 10 or 20 clients already gone through, and none of them have gone through. It's been a terrible couple months. So I'm just trying to work Hey, listen to this. We already are doing one client through this new 6-week program, so we're going to test that out. And this guy's a big guy. I don't think he would lie to me about this because his fingerprints are going to be all over this. So what I'm thinking is, in the next 5 weeks, probably, if he comes through against the wall, that we have some very serious, very big people involved here. There's no way this can get all fucked up like this ever again. And he was very apologetic, and I can't say anything until I see it. But we will make sure, for sure, number one, that the very first thing we get from him, if we get anything from him, that we will vet it out as much as we possibly can. I'll personally take it right to the office. Is it I know people at the office here, so I'll be like, is this real? Look at the computer, is it no problem? We will make sure of that. We're just sort of in an issue, as well as you, and I apologize for that, we need a few weeks to sort of sort things out here. I'm working my ass off, and I feel terrible about it, and I don't even know what to say. Well, this could all change in a week. And I'm serious about this. If I'm on my guy every day here in Acapulco, if we can get the first of your guys out through you, it's all good. Then you at least sort of trust us a little bit. It was a total embarrassment, and that's why it took me a week to even fucking rate you, man. I was so depressed. I'm still so depressed because I thought this guy...
I'm in $300,000 to find.
Yeah, I'm about 200, including you. You're about 100 and something, I think, and then another 100. But that won't be a problem as long as I can get these situations solved. So I think we've got to just juggle a little bit. We're on about 5 different things right now. I'm going to probably make about $100,000 in 1 to 2 months on an investment that's going public, marijuana investment.
Yeah.
The Anarchapulco program is working. It's just slow right now.
When was the last time you processed a client and completed a second visit?
A few months ago, I believe.
Sounds a bit vague. Specifically?